On this week's show, Flames football secures its first ever CUSA victory, and we go in the fire with Coach Skylar McGee in the D-line.
Plus, women's soccer stays hot to start the season, and grab your fishing pole. We're going out of the office with a couple track coaches. This is Flame Central.
Oh, we've got that 2-0 feeling. What's going on? Welcome to Flame Central. What a start for Liberty football. We'll dive into that, among other things. As always, she's Emily Austin. I'm Matt Warner.
Football isn't the only LU team off to a fast start. We'll show you who else is dominating the competition. But first, we go to the gridiron where the Flames made a little history.
Yeah, Liberty playing its first ever Conference USA game as they hosted New Mexico State. It had been a long-time goal for the Flames to be in an FBS conference, and Saturday night it became officially official. But would it really matter if the Flames couldn't win it? No, not really. Fortunately for LU, they have quarterback Caden Salter.
Yep.
The kid is dialed in. And receiver CJ Daniels, well, he had himself a night as well. Daniels with the 40-yard touchdown reception, tying this game up at 7-7 in the first quarter. We jump to the second. Guess what? Same connection added again, this time for 60 yards. Daniels finished the night with 129 yards receiving. 2 plays later, Salter calling his own number. He would run it in for the score, and Liberty would lead 23-17 at the half. The Flames would start the second half with the football, and they wouldn't give it back for a long time. Liberty went on a 17-play drive that lasted over 9 minutes. It was capped by another Caden Salter touchdown run, and the Flames would stretch their lead to 30-17. Then the defense would just shut things down. LU forces 3 more turnovers in this ballgame. They now lead all of NCAA in turnovers forced with 8 in 2 games. They would not allow a point in the second half as Liberty cruises past New Mexico State to move to 2-0 on the year and 1-0 in Conference USA play.
You know, obviously 1-0 is the most important thing, but we had a chance to make history, write history, and our quote to end our video today was victors get to write history, and so we wanted to make sure we were. And I thought our guys played extremely hard for 4 quarters.
We always want to get better. We want to get better every week. I mean, Flames don't stop, so of course today, although we won, there's a lot of things that we could have did better today to put more points on the board and defense to stop them from scoring more points on the board. There's always room for improvement. Can't nobody beat Liberty but Liberty, and Coach tells us that every day, so we just go out there and execute the game plan.
Another week, another win means another hearsay with EA. Because if you keep winning, they'll keep talking. So what went down and all around the internet about the Flames this week? Well, first, it's Caden Salter and CJ Daniels getting some love from NCAAF Nation on their Week 2 performances. Impressive numbers there. Then take a look at offensive lineman Xavier Gadlin leading the LU band in the alma mater after the victory. This is so cool to me. A man of many talents, I must say. You know the band members, too, are absolutely loving it. To the Liberty football account, Matt Warner, what in the world is going on here?
I don't know, but I like it.
I guess I do, too. They'll just let anyone run this account these days. However, I do love the spinning Coach Chadwell that comes in. So strange, yet so good. And if you missed this, you are welcome. Our entire creative team is the best. Look at how they recreated this masterpiece, and shout out to Kobe Singleton for the incredible acting skills. They've reached about 500,000 views. And am I allowed to put myself in my own segment? Sounds a little self-centered, but whatever. I wanted to join in on the fun. Of course, my first sideline hit of the season was wearing the Joker turnover mask. If you didn't hear, Coach Scott did clean it for me. Don't worry, Matt. As we know, the Joker mask got some use later in the game.
It sure did. 3 more turnovers for that Flames defense. And while the defensive backfield has gotten most of the attention so far this season, we went in the trenches in the lead up to Liberty's game against New Mexico State. The defensive line was the focus of this week's In the Fire.
Tombstone Tuesday, baby. That's when you bury him. Get better here. Heat, get better. Strike. Strike. Pass, drive. Keep rushing. Good. Yes, sir.
The moment that you get complacent and you stop developing as a defensive lineman is the moment you lose. You have to, and I told them we went out Monday and we're hitting the sled again, just like it was the first day of camp.
Violent strikes. Violent strikes. Hit. Good. Good violent.
We try to really, really hone in on the block recognition and training their eyes to see certain things. But 80% of it is a lot of physicality involved.
Is Rick that strong? It's like hitting that fire hydrant.
But you have to be able to think and react and see things with your eyes really fast.
Remember this, 4 eyes. Absorb this information because this is critical to getting TFLs. If this guard is away and I'm one-on-one and there's the ball, I'm gone. I'm gone. Does that make sense? Yes, go play football at that point. Good. You will get cuts on the backside. Good, good. Play from the ground up. Play from the ground up.
Playing in the trenches is not just like any usual position, you know. It's not like receiver or, you know, corners. I think it's definitely a physically demanding position. You know, you got to get ready to do what most people don't want to do.
There you go, TJ. That's perfect rep. Good, good.
We always say, saying in the D-line room, you know, the eye in the sky never lies.
All right, here we go.
This is what I think their game plan is going to be. They're going to try to get the ball on the perimeter and get it into the hands of 5 and 6.
Film is really important because you get to see different players' tendencies and what they do, what they like to do and what they don't like to do, how to beat them.
If you got a good alignment right here and this guard's away from you, Bowden, go play the game. That's easy. Listen, if they're going to be passive and they're just kicking back, you have to be what?
Put it on me.
You got to be aggressive. You got to just straight bull rush. Watch him retreat. So if you jumping off the ball and you're going, you're just going to end up collapsing his pocket. Bam.
Somebody better come smash.
All right, anybody got anything? Let's have a day. Make sure you're out there early.
All right, let's see this money shot. Let's see if it's ready. Oh, yeah, now we're ready. Flames. Coach Chadwell is big on CPR, which stands for coach-player relationship. So as many times as I can have those guys in my office, at my home, just being around them, seeing me interact with my kids, seeing me interact with my wife, things of that nature. I think that those are the things that those guys look for, and that they'll play harder for you. As much as we can model our lives and show those guys what a father looks like, what a husband looks like, they see me get on to my kids just like I get on to them. They see that it's genuine, and I treat them the same. I treat them just like I treat my kids, and they get to see that when they come over.
There you go.
Just seeing each other every day at football, you know, it really is hard to build a bond, but I feel like that's something that we don't have a problem with. You know, when we go over Coach's house, you know, it's like we've known each other forever. Everyone's themselves, and I feel like that's something that I love when we do it. You know, I feel like it helps bring us closer and get us comfortable around each other because, you know, we're out on the field. You know, it's important to know that the man beside you, he's giving you everything he's got.
Strap it on. Let's wake up them demons. Let's wake them up. Let's wake them up. Let's go. Set. Go. Yeah, wake it up. Go out and freaking play football, all right? Listen, all we need is whatever you got. That's all we need. Empty the bucket today, all right? Don't leave nothing else out there. Empty that thing today now. Chase the rock. Chase it. Don't let one guy make a tackle ever. Nice job on the screen. I see you hit the brakes. Heck of a job. Heck of a job.
Pavia loading up, letting it fly. Ryland Green picked it off. Green nearly got one earlier. He got one that time. Neither of these programs have been able to play in conference play in quite a while. They're here now, and that first half lived up to the hype.
We got 30 minutes. We're up. So if we play the game we're capable of, then we should never get behind.
Yes, sir.
All right? But you keep striking. You keep believing. Don't doubt. Don't waver.
It'll do some damage. It'll do some damage. 3 and out of turnover, do some damage.
30 minutes. 30 minutes. What do you got? Who are you most important? Are we authentic?
Yes, sir.
Are we authentic?
Yes, sir.
Let's go show it.
Pavia pulls it, pressure comes, wrapped up, and gets free. Now loses the football. It's on the turf and recovered by the Flames. Give that man the Joker mask.
Run it, TJ.
4th and 5. Dowers looking downfield, firing deep. And it falls incomplete. And Liberty's going to have a chance to ice this one away.
Let's go! Yes, sir!
The defense stepped up, shut it down. They shut him out in half number 2, and the Flames are going to celebrate tonight.
Love Coach McGee and this D-line. Thanks to our Donald Scott for all of his hard work in those segments. All right, let's stay on the gridiron, but take it to the next level. Former LU receiver Demario Douglas played in his first ever NFL game on Sunday, and he didn't disappoint against a solid opponent in the Eagles. The Patriots rookie recorded 4 catches for 40 yards. New England wide receiver coach Ross Douglas, no relation there, Matt Warner, said Douglas's route running needed to be a little better in some areas. However, it was a positive start for a guy playing in his first NFL game. All right, to the pitch where we highlight the last undefeated women's program on campus. Lady Flame Soccer on the road at Marshall. Ava Goodman flips this one in for the first goal of the game. It's good, man. Liberty leads 1-0. I just want to make sure you got that one. All right, let's fast forward to the 80th minute. Marshall keeper Alexis Wogumuth tries to beat Rachel DeRuby to the ball. Not the best idea, Alexis. DeRuby puts it away for her 3rd of the season. The defense was really the name of the game in this one, not allowing one single shot on goal. Talk about a shutout. Liberty wins it 2-0 and improves to 7-0 on the season.
Yeah, what a start to the year for the Lady Flames. In fact, this week they even received a top 25 vote for the first time in program history. So many incredible moments already this year, but for senior Chloe Marr, her favorite moment in a Flames uniform came last season in one of the Lady Flames' most important matches.
My name is Chloe Marr. I am a senior on the Liberty women's soccer team, and my favorite moment has to be the 2022 ASUN Conference versus EKU. It was a big game because we were hosting the ASUN Conference tournament at home, and we had gone down early.
Just less than 6 minutes into this one, it's EKU 1, Liberty 0.
And I got subbed on.
Liberty have a great depth in this squad.
Players that all contribute immediately, usually upon entering a match.
Within 10 minutes of me being on, I scored my first goal.
Herman puts in another cross. It's a dangerous one. It's a finish, and what a finish it is for Chloe Marr to equalize this one.
Less than a minute later, we restarted the game and we were able to get the ball back. It was bouncing back and forth between possession, and Hallie passed it to me, and I ran into the 18. I was able to chip it across the goal, and it went over the goalkeeper's fingers and into the back of the net.
Here's Chloe Marr once again. Good cross, and it's straight into the net. A quick brace from Chloe Marr, and the Liberty Flames have completely changed the outlook on this matchup. It's Liberty 2, EKU 1.
I was so excited when I looked up and saw that I was in the back of the goal that I looked at my roommate, Rachel, and we just sprinted to each other, and she jumped into my arms, and then everyone else just came sprinting behind her.
Chloe Marr able to triple her goal tally on the season in a matter of mere minutes.
For me to be able to come in and be a brace for the team was really just a blessing. To be able to move past and go to the championship of the conference was great.
Liberty, with 3 straight goals unanswered, seal their fate and send themselves to the final.
I have no doubt there will be more memories to come for Chloe Marr in women's soccer. Staying on the pitch, but let's check in with the men. LU hosted Longwood on a rainy Tuesday night. Had been almost 10 days since their last match, but the Flames weren't rusty at all. Michael Huss found the back of the net first. His 3rd on the season. The best part of scoring in the rain, Matt?
Tell me.
You get to do the celebration slide and you go like 10 yards further. And then shortly after, Bryce Swinehart would follow suit. Liberty was leading 2-1 when Luke Eberle buried a penalty kick late in the game to secure the 3-1 victory over the Lancers. All right, let's take a timeout, but when we come back, things get a little fishy as we head out of the office with some Liberty track coaches.
Plus, Rhett McGibbon joins us to unveil his top athletes of the week. It's Warm, Hot, and Fuego when Flames Central returns.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do, and getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books, and an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. Where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
So you're looking for a university that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right. A place with state-of-the-art facilities.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
Somewhere you can hike, slide, climb, and most importantly, eat. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.
Welcome back to Flame Central. While fall sports are knee-deep in their schedules, a couple assistant track and field coaches are knee-deep in local streams fly fishing. Being nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains is one of the many blessings we have here at Liberty. Isaac Winland and Luke Johnson are taking full advantage of that when they go out of the office.
There's an old saying that trout don't live in ugly places. They also don't live where the cell phone reception is a lot of times. And so you really get to get away from everything as you're fly fishing.
It's a nice morning though. I like the fog coming in.
Yeah, the reason I enjoy fly fishing so much is it's out in the nature. A little bit of hunting involved. You got to really read the stream. There's a lot of walking. It's not just standing and fishing, and I love the adventure of it.
This is where I always catch them too. It's just right here. See, it comes down here and they sit on the edge of that deep water in that current, and they always hit it right there. Boom.
You know, when I first started fly fishing, good fly fishing opportunities for me were an hour and a half away in North Georgia in the mountains. You know, so to have something 30 minutes away, this is, you know, nothing.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Fly fishing takes a lot of focus. So, you know, you can't focus on the things at work, the things on the track. You have to be completely focused on fly fishing, so it kind of gives you an opportunity to get away and focus on something else and kind of give your mind a break.
When I heard Luke loved fly fishing and was big into it, I got super excited. Number one, it's an excuse to go out fly fishing. You know, you always need a buddy and, oh, hey babe, Luke wants to go fly fishing this weekend. It's such a good place of, yeah, just to connect. I mean, he catches a lot more fish than I do.
Oh, we got one. Oh, shoot. This was good. He's acting like a smallmouth.
Is it smaller?
It's acting like one.
I got the net.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it is.
That's a decent one too. Shoot.
I got you.
I got him.
Yep.
I'm a little rougher with the bass.
When you cast a line, you never know what's going to happen. You know, you kind of know the reeds and different things like that, and you think it could be a fishy spot.
Got one.
As soon as you set the hook on a fish, it's pure excitement and then pure nervousness. At the same time, you're really excited that you got this fish on the line, but then you're really nervous that you're gonna mess it up and lose it somehow. Kind of like when you see an athlete line up at the line. You know they're training, you know what they've done, but there's also this really sense of excitement that you don't know what's going to happen when that gun goes off. And fly fishing can have that sense a lot of the time.
I like watching people catch fish, and I like catching fish. So as long as we're netting a few, I'm pretty happy.
Oh, this one's better, I think.
Got him.
We got a better one here.
Bet him. Yes, sir. Luke, good work.
I knew there was one in here.
You know the feeling of Christmas morning, right? It really excites you as you look forward to it as a kid. But as you get older, that kind of magic kind of fades away. You know, fishing's the one thing in my life where I don't feel like the magic has faded away. I still get equally excited about it now at my age as I did when I was 9, 10 years old, right? So it's always held its magic for me, and I hope it continues to.
It's so simple. You know, like we get so caught up in cars and houses and all of these things, and you know, once you go out in the wilderness, you look at trees, you look at water, this stuff's been here, fish, it's been here forever. And that's a huge part of my personality, is trusting God and what he's given me. Trusting God and coaching, that he's given me the athletes that I need. And obviously I'm very driven to learn and to do more, but at the same time, there's the simplicity of it, of trusting God and what he has.
All right, here we go.
I mean, what other sport can you interact with wildlife, touch it, put it back, and maybe have the opportunity to come back and interact with it again? You know, there's nothing quite like it.
Man, that looked like a good time. I may need to take up fly fishing. All right, Rhett McGibbons here. You know what that means. Warm, hot, and fuego. Top player moment from the past week in Liberty Athletics. Typically, you have a theme for us, Rhett. Do we have one this week?
National Parents' Day Off.
What is that?
What
is that? Rhett, 8 children here. When was your last day off,
I know,
Rhett?
but here's what I was going to say about this. It's like, you take a day off. You know what happens? Double the workload the next day.
True.
I'm not doing that.
True, you're not doing this. Is a grease
slow
grinder.
and say,
That's right. Every day.
I'm a
Go
veteran.
at it. All right, let's get to it, Rhett.
Yeah.
Warm.
The warm. The catch by C.J. Daniels, 40 yards for the touchdown. Great to see C.J. just healthy. You know, that's the biggest thing here. And we know he has the talent. The spin here coming up. When he caught that ball, I was like, I know he's going to hit pay dirt. Now, I had some numbers I want to bring out here, okay? 2020, we mentioned Demario Douglas earlier in the show. Both of them, 3 touchdowns. 2021, Demario Douglas, 6 touchdowns. C.J. Daniels.
Was it 7?
7.
Wow.
Actually led the receivers in touchdowns. Then injury hits.
Right.
This is a stud. Like, this is a guy that was stride for stride with Douglas early on in their careers. Unfortunately, injuries come. Good to see him healthy. Yeah. I think he can bring so much to this receiver corps.
It's looking like wide receiver 1.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. All right, from warm we go to hot.
All right, Bryce Swinehart, central back for the men's soccer team. I just love watching this guy play. He's got so many different elements. We know he has the offensive capabilities that he can score. I love this goal. Absolute blast, a beauty off the foot. But he can shut people down as well. His goal celebrations, too, are some of the best when it comes to being. He usually stomps the flag in the corner.
Really? Okay.
He's gotten carded for it already in games previous.
You know what? Maybe it's worth it.
Yeah, he did it at Navy, so he's not just doing it at home.
Wow.
He's like, you know what? I'm on the road.
Yeah, I don't know
He's
about
going
that.
those
might
guys
not have been the best
they might
decision.
track you
Yeah.
down. Here it comes actually right here. Watch. Another just cannon off the foot, blows it through, and then he found it. He's like, I got the flag. See you later. Takes it down. Yeah, love to see it. But again,
flying kick there,
really a two-way defender for this team. Love to watch him play. And again, as a second-year guy, he still has so much more room to grow.
Don't want him to celebrate. Find a way to stop him.
Yeah,
People are having trouble doing that. All right,
I like
finally,
it.
Rhett, in fuego. Who gets the top honor?
It's got to be Caden Salter. And I just, last week I'm like, oh, should I give him in fuego? He looked really good, but I was like, no, I'm going to hold off. I don't want to I know he's watching.
Make him earn it, Rhett.
Yeah, I wanted him to make him earn it. 4 total touchdowns, a beauty bomb through the air, 2 through the air, 2 on the ground. Yeah. And what I was most impressed was the fact that early on, that pitch, it turned into a fumble.
Yeah.
Would that get into his head? That turnover, is it going to bring on some bad habits? It didn't. He really settled in after that. He's got that swagger going on now. Confidence, but also smart decision making. Yeah. And Caden Salter, he is going to be a really, really tough quarterback to stop in this conference with those 2 elements.
It is really exciting, the growth we've seen from him so far on this young season. Rhett, great job as always. Appreciate it. Still to come, things are getting a little tight in our Flames Fantasy League. We'll show you this week's standings when Flame Central returns.
So our daughter Bella did LUOA and she absolutely loved it.
Yeah, and all our kids, it was a little bit different how they did school because when they were in school, Duck Dynasty was going on.
For Bella, it worked out for us to just kind of go all the way homeschool, which that flexibility of being able to do school online and travel with us when she wanted to travel was just a really great blessing. And that's a great thing that LUOA offers is you can kind of move at your own pace, move faster if you need to.
So yeah, that certainly matched up for
Flexibility was
for sure
a key. So to be able to have LUOA to like guide her and have actual real life teachers and a whole framework set up was really, really helpful. I would say doing the online academy really prepared Bella for college. It actually, it's a lot of hard work, but the teachers are so great at helping you through it, helping you kind of through that learning curve. And I definitely feel like it really prepared her for what was to come for a college career.
A college degree is more than a diploma. It's taking control of your future and finding that next step. At Liberty University, we not only care about your career, we also care about your calling, and we want to help you learn, develop, and grow so you can make an impact as a champion for Christ. Over 600 online programs, one you, infinite possibilities.
At Liberty University, we don't just believe everyone should have access to higher education, we make it happen. That's why we are offering our Middle America Scholarship to help families like yours by providing over $20,000 over the course of 4 years. Money should not hold you back from the life-changing experience at Liberty University. Find out if you qualify for the Middle America Scholarship today.
Does education mean a room with 4 walls, a desk, and a PowerPoint lecture?
Or is it something bigger?
What if it's the people beside you, 1 chair away or 1 ocean away?
What if it's the chance to learn from your mistakes, as well as your victories?
And the push to keep going either way? What if it's the freedom to reach for bigger things without missing the little ones in between?
For each of us, education looks a bit different.
Because we're each a bit different.
But at Liberty, we think education might just mean something big enough for all of us. That's Liberty to us.
What will Liberty be to you?
Hey, welcome back to the show. You're probably aware by now that we have a Flames Fantasy League. Emily, Joe Yock, myself draft Liberty players, then compete against each other all season long. It's fantasy football,
but for the Flames. Yes, and after week 1, I was in dead last. But not anymore, Matt Warner. Thanks to a big performance from CJ Daniels, I put up the most points this week, 45.5 points. I moved past Joe Yock, the best thing that's happened. But Matt's tandem of Jerome Jolly and Tyron Dupree keep him in first place for now. I have heard that defense wins championships, but I'm really, really relying on my offense.
It should be a fun season.
It's a long year.
It is a long year. We'll see what happens. Hey, as always, for any stories you might have missed, LibertyFlamesCentral.com, your one-stop shop.
Don't forget, download and subscribe to the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage. We'll see you right back here next week. For Matt, I'm Emily. Take care.